I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It's going to be a great day today. I'm starting it reviewing one of my all-time favorite sauces from one of my all-time favorite people, Swampadelic from Primos Peppers, created by Troy Primo. Before I do, man, yesterday it was brutal. That challenge was something. You know what, though? I had so much fun doing it. That's what the part that people don't understand. I enjoyed it. It was fun. So, and the reason I'm sort of taking it easy this morning and just reviewing some sauce is that this afternoon, I'm doing it again. Yesterday, I made a mistake in the pod. Some of the pods that I gave credit to Jason Beard were actually from Clayton, or from Abercrombie. And they have the greatest peppers. So they, every grower that I've had lately are amazing. But so today I'm going to eat Abercrombie peppers and burn myself silly again. I don't know what I'm going to do this time. If you have any suggestions of what I can do, I think I might do just a chocolate challenge because chocolate pods are brutal. I think I'm just going to do a chocolate super hot challenge. All the chocolate Primos I can find, all the chocolate Scorpions, Apocalypse, there's a whole bunch of great ones in there. So it's going to be a chocolate challenge, I think. But anyway, I want to read you a little bit about this sauce. Troy really, it's funny, the reason I have such a great... My relationship with Troy is special to me because before I ever knew... I knew who he was way before he ever knew who I was. So when I met him, it was like, I'm meeting Troy Primo, you know what I mean? It was like, he's a legend. That word is tossed around a lot, too much. It was used after yesterday's video. People must have called me that 100 times. He's a legend. He really is. So, but going from watching this guy, I was just a viewer at home. I didn't have a channel. I just watched chili channels. There was a half a dozen of them, maybe a dozen. And I would watch them, and I knew who he was. He was already a legend, easily. So to go from there to, not just meet him, he's like a great friend of mine. I've been in the reality show with him. He's one of the real key people in the show, and so it's a very special thing for me. Anyway, let me read this to you. This is on the bottle of, it's on my phone, but this is from the bottle of Swampadelic. From the ghostly and sweltering swamplands of Louisiana, where only gators and madmen survive, comes the Swampadelic sauce, born of the Deep South by a rock and roll genius who in 2005 invented the world record-breaking 7-pot Primo pepper. Primos pepper sauce is the sacrament of the new hot pepper cultists and their heat-inducing purging rituals. Heat-induced purging rituals. Only the blast furnace of the South could give rise to such a monster. That was written by Brother Deej, who I also know. He's a great guy. I met him in one of the shoots. We were in Louisiana, and what a cool guy he was. I follow him now on Instagram and on Facebook, and he follows me. But I've had the sauce for a long, long time. I didn't know that Brother Deej wrote that. Very cool. All right, so here are the ingredients in this: 7-pot Primo pepper mash. That's all it is, with 7-pot Primo peppers and vinegar. We've got water, apple cider vinegar, garlic powder, sugar, ají panca, chili powder, Cajun seasoning, salt, red pepper, dextrose spices, and paprika, dehydrated garlic, mustard bran, dehydrated onion, natural flavors, and artificial color. It's got salt, 7-pot Primo chili powder, and xanthan gum. Just a fantastic sauce. It really is. The funny thing about it is, and this is Marguerite Boulevard is where he made it. I didn't say anything yesterday, but boy, we lost Jimmy Buffett. That was a tough one. I had the opportunity of seeing them with Tommy a couple times, and fun concert, great music, and he died wicked young. Your concept of young changes when you're a kid, when you're 16, 30's old. When you're 30, buy a gravestone. Then you hit 30 all of a sudden, and then 50's not old. What are you talking about? Then you hit 40 and you hit 50 and you're like, somebody dies at 76. You're like, boy, I was young. Perspective, people. Anyway, Swampadelic. What a fantastic sauce. So this challenge today is going to be fun. Yesterday's was a doozy, I'm telling you. know what's strange? I want to address that real quick. The camera, I was by myself, right? The camera, when I stop the camera, there's an auditory beep. When I start the camera, there's a beep. It lets me know that we're filming. And right here, you can't see it, but right there, there's a red dot on my screen that lets me know we're recording. If it's green, it means we're not. So if there's been occasions where a video just cuts off, and I'm like, oh no. I had no idea. The video just ran. I saw the red light the whole time because I can look at it right now. And it was weird. I didn't even know that it was going to end up being 2 videos until I went to upload it. I was like, wait a minute, this file should be like 10 million bytes. And it's like one for 4,100,000 and 3 million. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. So it was really strange, but hopefully today's goes smoother. This is can I tell you something? This was like the first really hot, crazy, small batch sauce that I fell in love with. Put your smell-o-vision on. You're gonna smell the Primos. Can you pick it up? I know you can. If you download the 2.0 version, you can smell it from here. If you have the 2.0 version. It's available for Android and Apple right now, by the way. All right, so here's the pour of Swampadelic. Just super pepper forward sauce. All you really pick up when you smell this, I mean, it's got garlic in there, some other things, but all you really pick up when you smell it, you're picking up from aroma, is just really intense pepper flavor. So here's the thumbnail. I love Troy Primo. What a great guy. All right, so from Primos Peppers, one of my favorite sauces in the world. But listen, people ask me all the time, what's your favorite? I don't have a favorite. Whatever meal I'm eating, if I pick the right sauce, that's my favorite. But in the hierarchy of great sauces, this is in the top 5 of all-time favorite for me. Swampadelic. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Listen, the flavor is so good. I mean, it really is just a great tasting sauce. Wicked hot. It's a 7-pot Primo is the dominant flavor. You get the garlic and stuff, but this is just a very, very pepper forward sauce. They put a bunch of, it has some things in there that tame down the bitterness. When you get a super hot pepper like the 7-pot Primo, sometimes it's bitter. So he's tamed the bitterness with with garlic, but it's a monster of a sauce. If you're not a chili head, I got news for you. If you're not a chili head, you will hate the way this tastes. You will not like it, not even one little bit, because you'll just taste pain. You'll be like, why do they make that? I can't stand when people say, well, I don't like heat just for the sake of heat. That's a wicked statement on what your tolerance is like. It's just the truth, because if you have no tolerance, habanero is heat for the sake of heat. Do you understand? If you've never eaten anything hot, a habanero is heat for the sake of heat. Why would you ever eat that? But once you start eating stuff, it's all of a sudden habanero, there's flavor there, right? It's like that with everything. There's no such thing as heat for the sake of heat. It's where your tolerance is. But if you're a chili head, this is going to be like a 7 to a 10. This is a hot, hot sauce. And super delicious. I put this on burgers before, on hot dogs. I put it on all tacos. But once I open it, you know what's really funny? I'll tell you a true story. All right, the first bottle of sauce I ever got from Troy, I think he even signed it for me, which was a huge deal for me. There was like this much sauce. I should show it to you. No, where is it? Oh no. It's in there somewhere. I have the original bottle, and there's this much left, and I won't eat it because it's the first one I got from Troy. Maybe it's packed, but I won't use it because it's the first one I ever got. But I've gone through a bunch of them, and this is a fantastic sauce. So if you want a great sauce, a really good 7-pot Primo, the flavor is unbelievable. Swampadelic. This is a chili head hot sauce. All right, so This afternoon, I'm going to be doing a chocolate super hot challenge with pots from a number of growers. Should be a beauty. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to get through. Hopefully I can do it in one take. Wasn't that frustrating? I'm sorry about that, you guys. Anyway, going to wrap it up. I'll see you this afternoon. Got a great super hot chocolate challenge coming up. In the description box, you're going to see a link for Primos Peppers. Great dude, a legend, and just a great sauce maker. Tell him I sent you. Right there is the pepper. Click the pepper. You're on the bus. I had somebody say to me yesterday, or make a comment. They said, "I've been watching for years. What's this bus stuff all about?" I'm like, well, we've been doing it for about 3 years. We've been calling it the bus, but he must have missed one or two. Right there is the boat. My brother Tommy's channel about victory over addiction, beating addiction. It's an exciting thing to do. So if you want to do that, or you got a friend who needs to do that, direct him to the boat. More videos here from Johnny Scoville. And this was Chase the Heat.